So this is a really important event for a lot of our members to do networking, to do business. It's also a great opportunity to hear the US perspective. So even though we're a North American market, we only see things from the Canadian side. So to actually get a sense of what's happening in the States, what are they seeing, what is their data showing them, is really helpful for us to get the bigger picture. And I think probably the last thing I love about this expo is really the opportunity to see the innovation. Right? What's happening, what's cutting edge, how can we bring that into Canada, how can we support it, what needs to happen for us to make this happen in Canada. So the biggest similarities we have are some of the policies and issues that we're all facing. So whether that be the electrification, whether that be, making propane relevant in this day and age. So those bigger issues are really quite common. Where we differ is Canada tends to be regulated, and dare I say a little over-regulated. I mean, it's one molecule, and yet every province treats it differently. So that's one of our biggest issues. And then the other piece is that Canada is a vast population, and so we have over 200 communities that are off the grid. So these are communities that are really important to get to in terms of supplying them with energy, and propane is one of those key energies. We also have a lot of industries that are off-grid, whether that be mining or agriculture. And so there's these opportunities for propane that are much greater in Canada than I think they are in the United States. For example, in Chilliwack, we actually have a renewable propane project that's being led by Superior. The City of Chilliwack uses renewable propane for their municipal fleet, 100%. There is a community called Honey-Gatine, and they have set up a solar panel backed up by propane system. So they now have energy security, and they have an opportunity for renewable energy, and when that's not available, the propane kicks in. And then the other opportunity in BC is the Charge North. And so their provincial government wanted to show that you could take an electric vehicle and you could take it all the way to Alaska. It's 2,800 kilometers. There are 60 EV stations. And something that nobody ever talks about is those EV stations are actually powered by propane. So propane is really, nobody sees it, and yet it's everywhere, doing the work that we need to ensure that we have EVs that can go to Alaska, that we have communities that can have energy security, all the pieces that come together, and we need to do a better job of actually telling that story. Probably the greatest happenings is the challenges we faced in the last year. So there's been a lot of decisions that were made in America that have had direct implications for Canada. But something I wouldn't have thought last year, but I can say this year, is that those challenges brought opportunities. And we've been able to work on policies, solve policy issues that have been outstanding for years. And in thanks because of these challenging times. And so we have a government right now that understands that energy security, energy reliability, not just electricity, is really what's important. It's really what Canadians want, along with affordability, and that's where propane can come in. And so we've been able to make this incredible case that propane's really important, and we're being heard, and it is really refreshing.